Center fielder tier list. We're going from elite to all-star to solid to elite glove only because center field's a little bit different than other positions. And of course, everyone's favorite tier, the bench spot. No one's going to get mad about this, surely. Center field seems to be one of the more contentious positions because of how valuable it is to have a good glove, which is why I made the elite glove only tier, because there are a lot of guys that have value, but only defensively. And they're not bad, they're just not in the same as everybody else. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Enough yapping from me. Let's get started with Alek Thomas. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. There's only 1 month left in the Major League Baseball season, and with every game having so much importance, you need to be in the seats to make sure you're watching your favorite team. So of course, you go to SeatGeek and you use my code GiraffeNeckMarc for 10% off your next purchase. It does not even need to be a first-time buy. You get 10% off for using my code. It's that simple. And hey, I get it. Maybe your baseball team is out of contention right now. Football season's coming up. College football. You've got basketball. They've got concerts. SeatGeek has tickets to so many different events. Whatever you're looking for, SeatGeek's got it. Plus, my favorite feature on SeatGeek is their SeatGeek score. When looking for tickets, it will rate those tickets on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 or a green circle means that it is a good deal. You should buy those tickets. Tickets that have a score closer to 1 or a red or orange circle, not the best deal. You should probably avoid those. So again, one more time, just in case you didn't hear it, use my code GiraffeNeckMarc for 10% off your next purchase on SeatGeek, whether you're a first-time buyer or not. Click my link in the description, download the SeatGeek app, put in my code GiraffeNeckMarc, get that 10% discount, save some money, and go watch your favorite team play. Thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it. Alek Thomas is weird. I feel like we're at the point now in his career where we've seen about 1,000 plate appearances, and truthfully, he's not a very good hitter. Defensively, he's plus, but I wouldn't even say he's elite glove only, because I don't know if it is truly an elite glove anymore. Like the last few seasons, the OAA has been about league average, and that's among all outfielders, not just center fielders, especially in that position. I think Alek Thomas, we're going to get start off in the bench. There's just not really been an improvement to his game. He's a sub 300 on base guy. The glove is okay. The defense is fine. I think he is a 4th or 5th outfielder truly if you want to have a good team. Andy Pages, he has been awesome defensively this year. With the glove, one of the best in center field in baseball this year. 8 OAA. We know he has an absolute cannon of an arm. The dude has a hose. At the plate, he's been really good for the Dodgers this year. 23 home runs, a 784 OPS. I feel like Andy Pages is in the solid to all-star tier right now. I wouldn't be opposed to putting him in all-star, but I do, you know what? No, he does belong in all-star. I'm going to convince myself because the arm's elite, the bat is good enough, the bat is above league average, it's like 120 OPS plus, and the glove and arm are disgusting. He's a good base runner too, he steals some bases. I'll put Andy Pages in all-star. Maybe it gets adjusted down to solid, but right now, based on the quality of center fielders I can see on this list, he does feel like he fits in the all-star tier. As for Angel Martinez, this one's very simple. I don't think he should be playing center field. He doesn't seem very good out there. While he does have a cannon of an arm, the speed does not make up for what he lacks defensively. He's not even really that fast. I'm just not impressed with what I've seen out of Angel Martinez at all, so he's going to go in bench. The bat's not very good. The glove is not very good. He's not really a center fielder. I mean, he was a middle infielder coming up as a prospect, so this is a big change for him. It's not working. Don't play him there anymore. I feel like the Brenton Doyle hype train has calmed down quite a bit. Doyle was someone who last year really broke out with the bat. Defensively, he has been one of the better center fielders in baseball for the last few seasons. This year, the defensive numbers aren't as high, but I will say I like what I've seen out of his back end numbers hitting-wise better than I did kind of last year. Now, he refuses to get on base. He's got a great glove. He's got cannon arm. He's one of the fastest players in baseball. This is a weird build. This is probably why I put Andy Pages in all-star and I put Brenton Doyle in solid, because the glove is so elite this season. Being 3 OAA is a little bit different than where it's been in the past, because in 2024, he was 14 OAA. The year before that, he was 14, so clearly he's a good glove. So I don't think I can say elite glove only, but he's getting close to there, because right now we're seeing like a 700 OPS guy who doesn't really get on base. Man, is he elite glove only? I don't know, 12% barrel rate. This guy's so weird. I'll just put him in solid. Bryce Teodosio. This one is bizarre, because at the plate, I don't think he is ever going to bring any sort of value to a major league team, but he has an absolutely disgusting glove. He is one of the best defensive center fielders in Major League Baseball. That's been his calling card. That's why he stuck around for so long, making his debut 26, 25 years old the last few years with the Angels. He is elite glove only. So I think for those reasons, while I think I might prefer Alek Thomas overall as a player, because Teodosio's glove is that good, we have to throw him in the elite glove only tier. It's one of the reasons why we made it for guys like him that have value, can't do the rest of it, but that glove is so plus that he's going to find himself on Major League Baseball teams for years and years and years. Byron Buxton, we have our first elite center fielder. Byron Buxton is without a doubt elite. The power is ridiculously good. The barrel rate is 95th percentile this year. The hard hit rate, 97th percentile. That's the best in baseball. You want to know why? He's been pulling the baseball a lot more. He's been getting to a lot more power. power. He's still stealing bases. Byron Buxton has been somewhat healthy this year, which is also amazing. And go figure, the Twins still suck. It's crazy how bad that organization has been the last few seasons. Can't believe Rocco Baldelli still has his job. Defensively, Byron Buxton's elite. On the base path, Byron Buxton's elite. And at the plate, Byron Buxton absolutely mashes. So clearly, he's going to go in elite. This is one of the easiest picks of the entire video. Ceddanne Rafaela. He is absolutely disgustingly good with the glove out in center field. Elite, 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 elite. At the plate, we saw him get hot. We saw him get cold. We saw him get hot. We saw him get cold. It's very similar to what we've seen from PCA this year. PCA has been much better, but the idea is very similar. Ceddanne Rafaela started pulling the baseball. He started hitting the ball in the air, and it started to cause some success. That being said, I still don't think he's a very good hitter, so he's going to go in the same tier as Brenton Doyle. This elite glove, good enough league average bat that makes you stick around. You can play every single day in center field because that glove is that good. Like, this is a starting guy, where Teodosio is more of a guy that you can play in a strong lineup. There's big differences between these two. Rafaela can hit. Teodosio can't. I'm interested to see what Red Sox fans think about this, because they get so mad at me for every Red Sox position that I put, but let's be honest, Rafaela is a elite glove, not so much at the plate. Cedric Mullins. Cedric Mullins is a little bit different because defensively in center field, he's good. He's not great by any means. At the plate, he's about a league average hitter. It feels weird to put him in the same tier as Brenton Doyle and Ceddanne Rafaela because they are very different players, but that's ultimately where he goes because he's not elite glove only. He is definitely not a bench bat or a bench player by any means. He's going to be starting on a lot of teams in Major League Baseball. I want to see more out of Cedric Mullins. Obviously, as a Mets fan, he's starting to heat up a little bit and play better. I believe Cedric also has Crohn's like me, so that's a couple extra bonus points. Cedric's a beast. I like Cedric Mullins as a player, but again, he's not going to find his way into the All-Star or Elite tier, and he is a different form of solid than these guys with Rafaela and Brenton Doyle. This is what makes tier lists hard. Sometimes guys that aren't the same or don't have the same value end up in the same tier, if that makes sense, but I'm sure people will scream and yell Mets bias about this one. Oh, I put Chandler Simpson on here. He's not playing center field anymore. He moved to left. I don't really know where to put Chandler Simpson right now. I think I'm just going to put him in bench because in center field, he's awful. He has horrendous defense, so he's a bench center fielder, but I forgot that I don't really want him on here. Like, Chandler Simpson's a left fielder, let's be honest. Jake Mangum finds his way on here because he's been playing center field because Johnny DeLuca's been hurt. Jake Mangum's fine, but again, he's another one of these guys where, like, I'm going to throw him in bench. You don't feel great about Jake Mangum starting every single day. And then for Johnny DeLuca, who was supposed to be kind of their everyday center fielder, but's been battling injuries. Where does Johnny DeLuca go? Probably bench as well. I think this is another guy where it's like he's replaceable. He's fine in center field. He actually does have a pretty good glove. He had 7 OAA last year. Maybe he goes in elite glove only, but he can also hit a little bit. I'm cool with putting him in the elite glove only tier. Let me double check to make sure that OAA came in center field, though. Okay, it did not. It came in right field. I'm going to put him in bench for now until we see more from Johnny DeLuca. I'm sorry, Rays fans. Colton Cowser. I like Colton Cowser as a player. He is very much of the build of Cedric Mullins, where I think they're solid players for different reasons. They are more bat forward than Rafaela and Brenton Doyle. I think we've seen more consistency from him than we have those two guys over the last few seasons. This year's been a little bit up and down for Cowser, but I do think at the end of the day, he also finds himself in this solid tier. I had him in left field, and then Mullins got traded, and then there were some injuries, and now he's playing center field. I think that's end up where he calls home, and you could put him in the solid tier for now. Whew! Jays fans are going to love this. Dalton Varsho. Obviously, he's elite defensively in center field. At the plate, it's one of the funniest builds ever because I know Jays fans don't want to hear this, but Dalton Varsho has turned into Jose Siri offensively. He's been much better this year, obviously. Jose Siri stinks this year, but he's become a home runner bust guy. He doesn't get on base, and that's okay. That's why I liked Jose Siri, and for those reasons, I'm going to like Dalton Varsho. Now, do I think he's going to have an 862 OPS? No, I don't think it's realistic for Dalton Varsho to finish the season with a sub 300 on base and a near 600 slug. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think he 100% belongs in the all-star tier. I think when that bat comes a little bit more back to earth, although he bumped his bat speed, maybe he won't. His bat speed's really good this year. You know what? It. Dalton Varsho an elite. There you go, Blue Jays fans. You win. You win. Dalton Varsho elite. It might be sticky. He just might strike out 30% of the time, which who cares if he's hitting like he is for power and playing good defense? Who cares? Who cares? He's elite. That's actually a no-brainer. He's elite. So for the Rangers, Wyatt Langford's been playing center field. I put Evan Carter on here because the only reason Langford's in center is because Carter's been injured. I like Evan Carter as a player. I really do. Gets on base really well, steals bases, plays good defense out in center field. He also, to me, feels like a solid center fielder. Maybe there should be a tier for average as well. Oh, it's going to really screw up this whole graphic. Maybe I throw in an average here. That might come in at the end. But for now, I think Evan Carter is solid. He's still very young. He's only 22 years old. We saw how good he was in the World Series run for the Rangers. I think as long as he stays healthy, we'll see a solid, capable center fielder for the Rangers. All right, Harrison Bader. This one is weird because this year we saw him hit better than he really has in a long time. The numbers have cooled off quite a bit. The glove is still absolutely elite, plays incredible defense, has a great arm, runs the bases really well. But at the plate, you know what? Harrison Bader also goes in solid too. This one's fine. I actually have no problem putting him in the solid tier because the bat's been good enough this year. Otherwise, he would have been another elite glove only guy. He'll play center field for the rest of his career because of how good he is out there defensively. If he can continue to hit, he's only 31 years old. You're going to see him being a very capable and valuable player for a lot of teams. Jackson Chourio, while this year was not the breakout that we were hoping for, he's still only 21 years old. He plays great defense out in center field. Jackson Chourio is still one of the most exciting players in all of Major League Baseball under the age of 23. He's just a future budding star. We know this. We've talked about him forever. Jackson Chourio definitely goes in the all-star tier. Very, very similar profile to what Andy Pages has done this year with great defense, pretty good numbers at the plate, being, again, like a 115, 120 OPS plus guy. And that was with a horrible, horrible, horrible start to the year for Chourio. While he is injured right now, when he comes back from injury, if he does, he's going to be a massive, massive improvement to the Brewers. He just simply makes that team a heck of a lot better because he's a good ball player. Weird year for Jackson Merrill. Very, very weird year. Last year, he was incredible for the Padres. 826 OPS. Phenomenal defense. Almost had a 2020 season with home runs and stolen bases. This year, we're not seeing any sort of power from Jackson Merrill, and he's also not stealing any bases. And that does change what kind of player Jackson Merrill is. As well as defensively, the numbers are not there like they were last year. So I can't put Jackson Merrill in elite like you would have at the beginning of the year, but I do think that Jackson Merrill is in this all-star tier with Andy Pages, with Jackson Chourio. Truthfully, Dalton Varsho should probably go down here, but Jackson Merrill, I think, is one of the better outfielders, center fielders in Major League Baseball. I don't know what's going on this year. Maybe it's the injury stuff. He just hasn't had a good, clean season. It's not bad. It's just not good. Jacob Young, another one of these guys that's the definition of elite glove only. Like, let's just quickly drop him in there because he can't hit a lick at all. He does have 13 OAA on the season and only 300 plate appearances. So in this short amount of time that he plays the outfield, he is incredibly good. And if you've ever watched Nationals games and watched Jacob Young in center field, he gets to every single baseball. This guy makes difficult plays look routine. He's a very, very good center field, but he obviously can't hit. And as for Robert Hassel right now, RH3, my boy, because they've kind of been splitting time right now, which makes sense. There's no reason to invest a lot in Jacob Young when Robert Hassel could be the future. Although Jacob Young, I think, is only like 2 years younger, which feels insane. Robert Hassel goes on the bench right now. He just hasn't been very good, hasn't hit. There hasn't been a lot of signs of him being able to hit this year. And defensively, he's been kind of whatever in center. Ooh, Jake Myers. I think Jake Myers finds himself in the solid tier, right? Because for basically his entire career, the 4 seasons prior to this year, he hasn't been able to hit a lick. He's been a horrible, horrible hitter, way below league average. This season, hitting over 300, 775 OPS. Defensively, he's always been a whiz out there in center field. He is really, really clean. One of the reasons why the Astros kept him around for so long. Crushes left-handed pitching. I'm not putting him in the all-star because I think, again, that would be kind of a bit too quick of a jump. But I do think that Jake Myers is a very capable center fielder. He feels similar to that of Harrison Bader and Brenton Doyle and Ceddanne Rafaela. Very, very similar players, glove first, who have some potential with hitting at times. They're not complete holes. They're not bad players by any means, but you don't want Jake Myers being your number 3 hitter like you do with some of the guys above. And I think that's what we have to think of sometimes. Like, where are these guys hitting the lineup too? Like, you might think he's a good hitter, but he's not hitting towards the top because he's not an impact bat like that. Jacob Marcy, this is one of the more difficult ones that I've had to rank in a while because I'll be honest, I have no idea how he's doing it. He doesn't hit the baseball hard, yet he's barreling up the baseball at an insane rate. The bat speed is incredibly slow, which makes sense because he doesn't chase, he doesn't whiff, he doesn't really strike out. He does walk. I think Jacob Marcy, honestly, is probably solid. It seems like he is a solid center fielder right now. Again, makes me want to kind of build into that average tier at some point, but we're just going to leave it as it is. The numbers are crazy in his first, 100 plate appearances, 4 homers, 7 stolen bases, 329 average, 398 on base, 671 slug with a 1069 OPS, and he has a cannon of an arm and plays great defense in center. He's a super interesting player. I need to see more of him. Came over from the Padres in the Luis Arraez trade. I am very interested to see what he looks like over a full baseball season or even just till the end of the year. Is he able to keep these numbers going? Because if he is, we're going to have a conversation about Jacob Marcy, but the back end stuff, he just doesn't hit the ball very hard. That's why I'm a little concerned about these numbers sticking. He's obviously not going to have 1,000 OPS. That's crazy. Javi Baez, all-star Javier Baez. Yeah, it has been a bit of a difficult second half for him. He's been pretty bad. He's lost a lot of his playing time. It's kind of crazy because he made the all-star team, but he's been ice cold. Truthfully, Javi Baez probably belongs in the bench tier. I don't think he in center field is by any means great defensively at the plate. It's kind of more of the same that we've seen recently. He had a great start to the season. I'm rooting for Javi Baez, but truthfully, at the end of the day, not someone you really want playing every single day out in center field, and we've seen it more with the Tigers as they've moved Wenzel Perez over to center field a little bit more. So, yeah, Javi, unfortunately, bench. bench. Probably more of a fourth outfielder utility player now. Julio! Oh, man, I love Julio Rodriguez so much, and I think people are going to scream and yell at me, but I'm putting Julio in elite. Defensively, he's incredible. On the base paths, he's awesome. He has a cannon of an arm. His bat speed is ridiculous. He barrels up the ball at a high enough rate. Does he chase? Does he whiff? Does he strike out? Yes. Do I want to see him walk a little bit more? For sure. Oh, does he go in elite? Does he go in elite? It's because the first half of the year is always so bad, and the second half of the year is always so good. He's a second half merchant. I don't know how he keeps doing it. I'm going to throw Julio Rodriguez in elite. I don't care. I fall for it every year. At the beginning of the year, he stinks. I go, ugh, he's not going to do it. And then at the end of the year, he puts the Mariners on his back. He helps carry them. And then I'm like, oh my God, J-Rod's here. He's the man. Will he ever be an MVP candidate like we thought he once could be? Maybe not. I don't know if he will ever turn into that player. He is only 24 though, so there's so much time. I still believe in him, and I still believe in what I see. I want to see that true, break out. Come on, Julio. Let's go. I'm going to still put him in elite, though. And you know what? I'm making an adjustment. We're adding in that, average center fielder tier, because I don't like what I'm seeing. Let me know if me making this color blue bothered you, because that's why I made it blue. All right, readjustment here. Average. Johnny DeLuca, Colton Cowser, Cedric Mullins, Evan Carter. I feel good about that. I feel much better. Okay. Now, as you can tell, the next player up is Jung-Woo Lee, and part of the reason why I made this is because I think Jung-Woo Lee belongs there. He is an average center fielder. Defensively, not very good, but he does have an absolute hose of an arm. Have you seen some of the throws Jung-Woo Lee has made? He's got a cannon. This guy can really, really throw it. At the plate, he's a slap hitter. He's not going to strike out. He's going to steal some bases, although he's not stealing nearly as many as I thought he would. Only 10 stolen bases on the year is not a crazy amount. He doesn't barrel the baseball. He's totally fine. You just don't want him being a centerpiece of your team right now. Another guy that elite glove only was made for, Kyle Isbell. He keeps playing every single day, and I don't blame them. He has 11 OAA. He is disgustingly good out in center field. Defensively, that's all he's got. Offensively, nothing. There's nothing there. He has, I think, 1 or 2 barrels this year, which is kind of crazy because he has 4 home runs. No, he has 4 home runs, 4 barrels. Doesn't even really steal bases. If he didn't have this elite glove, he's a bench guy. Man, Lawrence Butler, I thought this was going to be the breakout season, and he has really, really disappointed me. Defensively, he's been fine. Again, I don't really think he's a center fielder, but the A's are trying some different stuff. I think Lawrence Butler belongs more in right. In center field, not as strong. Strikes out a ton. He whiffs a ton. He's not really hitting the baseball very well. A 300 on base, 700 OPS in that ballpark this year, too. I think I just got to put my boy Lawrence Butler down in average. I got to drop him down a bit. I was very excited about him going into this year. Couldn't have been more wrong. Still only 25. I just, I thought I was expecting big things moving forward. All right, Luis Robert, Lou Bob. Well, he's doing that thing where he is disgustingly good with the glove. The glove is elite this year, 7 OAA. And pretty much since the trade deadline, he has been on an absolute tear. The version of Luis Robert we expected to see. Don't correct me and say his name is Luis Robert. That's what the announcers say. Guys, he's from Cuba. There's no way his name is Luis Robert. That's not how Latinos speak. And also at the same time, there's a video of him from his introductory press conference saying that in Cuba, it's Robert. In America, you can call him Robert. He doesn't care. So you can call him either way. But don't try to correct me by saying it not like an American. Okay, that's my rant. Let me tell you about how good he's been in the second half. In the second half, Luis Robert is hitting 301 with a 355 on base, 460 slugging, 815 OPS in 30 games. In the month of July, he had a 990 OPS, 353 batting average. This is clearly a good player. If he continued to suck like he had been, he would be weirdly in elite glove only. But I'm going to drive people insane. I'm going to put him in solid. I cannot give up on Luis Robert. He is way too talented. Way too talented. I won't do it. Scream and yell in the comments now about that. That's fine. Don't talk about my pronunciation. Michael Harris, elite glove. He's a below league average hitter. He has been unreal hot. He went on a stretch where he raised his batting average 30 points, his OPS nearly 100. Michael Harris, before his hot streak, looked like someone where you were like, is it over for him? Now, of course, he refuses to walk, and he chases more than anybody in Major League Baseball. He plays elite defense, swings the bat hard. I still like Michael Harris as a player, but he's just not that guy that he was a few years ago. So for that reason, we're going to throw Michael Harris in average. Just can't see a 688 OPS after going on a tear for 2 weeks. You know how bad it was? It was so bad at one point. Michael Harris' OPS on July 10th was 539. Since then, he's been on an absolute tear, like I said. He has an OPS over 1,000 for his last 39 games, but I don't really think that's him. Which, all right, devil's advocate, I'll put Luis Robert in average too. That makes sense. I think that's fair. Him and Michael Harris, very similar. When I said it out loud, I heard what I was saying. Braves bias was catching up with me. I had to make sure I'm being even. O'Neal Cruz, what an interesting player to deal with. God, he's so frustrated because he should be so much better than he is. But he's not, because he swings and misses a ton, he whiffs a ton, strikes out a ton. He walked a lot this year, which is kind of sick, and he's actually playing pretty good defense. Still going to put him in solid. I can't give up on O'Neal Cruz. This dude is not from this planet. He is an alien. The way that he plays baseball doesn't make make any sense. No one else looks like this, plays like this, has ever been like this kind of player. Offensively, he needs to be better. It's crazy he can't get more power, but he steals a ton of bases. His defense has been good. He has a cannon of an arm. Probably the best arm in Major League Baseball. So I'm going to throw him in solid. PCA, this one's going to get people going, but clearly PCA is an elite. Yes, he has been so cold for like a month plus now. He has looked horrible. He's no longer in the MVP conversation, but defensively, there is nobody more valuable in center field, honestly, maybe defensively in the entire game, than Pete Crow Armstrong. He is the most valuable defensive player in the entire game. He gets to baseballs that look uncatchable. He has a cannon of an arm. He runs the bases extremely well, and he's got 28 home runs this year. Yes, he's been ice cold, but if you think that PCA is not an elite center fielder right now, I think you're recency bias or you're an idiot. He's disgusting. He's really good. He is one of the best players in baseball. He is definitely an elite center fielder. Ooh, TJ Friedl. Love TJ Friedl. Good little ball player. Ultimately, I think he is just an average center fielder. Like, he's fine in center field. I think playing in Cincinnati helps him out a lot. 736 OPS is great. It's solid. It's like a 110 OPS plus. Maybe TJ Friedl belongs in the solid tier more. It's like a 101 OPS plus. Yeah, he's average. He's totally average in terms of center fielders. Trent Grisham. Remember when Yankee fans hated his guts? There's been a huge reason why the Yankees have had any sort of success this year. Him, Judge, look around the field. Not a lot of guys having great seasons. Trent Grisham is one of them, though. Now, weirdly, defensively, has not been great. And this was a guy who has been awesome in center field before, but he's really embraced just pulling the baseball, which has given him 25 home runs on the season. Ooh, is he solid or all-star? I'm willing to put Trent Grisham in all-star. I really am. He is better than those guys in the solid tier. I don't think he's a bad fielder, even though the numbers say it. Last few years have said differently. He can mash, though. Absolutely mashing 800 OPS in center field while playing, let's just say, average defense, right? That's still an all-star player. And then last but not least, we've got Victor Scott II. And he is, of course, going to go into the Elite Glove only. He can't hit. Can't hit at all. I don't know when he's going to hit, if he ever hits. But he gets on base enough because he walks, so he steals bases. That's great. That's awesome. The glove is disgusting in center field. He gets to every single baseball, and he's super fast. But that's pretty much it for Victor Scott, so he goes in the Elite Glove only tier. I feel much better. After I put in this average tier, I feel much better about this tier list. I'd love to know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I want to hear what you're thinking. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed, as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. Follow me on all my social media. GiraffeNeckMarc. Links are in the description. That's where I'll wrap it up. You guys know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.